I jump on and do my face. I am not doing this on Facebook nor Insta. I'm also just recording it so I can also pop it up on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel, check it out. It's Bespoke Beauty by Mom. And I've got a couple of videos up there now, and I'm going to be adding to it as we go along. So today's look is inspired by another look a Seni sister in the US has done. She's done a very muted eye and a very bold lip. I'm using slightly different colors today, but there is something that she's mixed, and I want to try it out. It looks really good. Okay, first things first, when I can find it. Ooh, I think my daughter has stolen it. Let me see. Where is it? Nope, here it is. It's silk. Okay. This is our pore and wrinkle minimizer. It's in an airless pump. Just pop a little bit on and pop it where you need it to be. Obviously, if you're doing this on somebody else, you wouldn't use your fingers. And if you are doing it on yourself, make sure your fingers and hands are nice and clean. Okay. My dog decided to come to me. One of them. I have to. Alright. So in my case, I'm patting it into my pores because I have quite large ones. But when I do it, I always make sure that I go down like this. Okay, because any hairs that I do have on my face will come. Right. Just going to pop them down there a little bit as well. Okay. Now usually I like to leave that for about 10 minutes to settle into the skin before I do anything else. So what I'll do is in the meantime, I've got a couple of spots, as you can see. I love my hormones. So I'm just taking some of our color concealer. This is green. And for those who know the color wheel, green cancels out red. So vacuum in the background. Okay, let me just pause that vacuum. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that. So like I was saying, I've already put the silk on, and I have got a little bit of the green concealer. Just touching up anywhere where I have a lot of redness. And I do like to let that sit for a little bit. And then I go back, just feather out the edges just a tad. I don't want to feather it out too much because I do want to keep the product where I have it. A little bit red there. Okay. And while I'm doing that, I will grab Candlelight and pop it just in here and use that as a under eye brightener. Okay. I'm going to use the heat of my hand to help smooth that out. You can see that's already brightened the under eye quite a lot. Now I do have natural redness through here. And I also have melasma here and melasma there. But in this case, I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to pop some foundation on, see how we go. If I need to add more or darken it up, lighten it up, I can do that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take our foundation. This is a colour Dewy. It's a little bit lighter than I normally would wear. I normally wear it a little bit darker, but I'm going to try out a new theory, and that is, it's not like well and truly off my skin tone, that's for sure. Like, it's very close, as you can see up here. Okay, but I am going to just pat that in. This isn't my normal brush. I'm just going to see how this goes. And I could have used color correcting tinted moisturizer on before this, and that would have helped to take some of that redness out, but I just wanted to see how it would go without it first. I don't need the extra layer of moisturizer at the moment. I had put some Climate Control and Nangai oil on earlier in the morning, so I was quite hydrated already. Okay. Just buffing that in. Stippling where I want extra product. Where I want it blended, I'm buffing that in. Okay, so that's not bad. I don't know how much you can see. Let me see. Just nope, that's the wrong way. Is that better? That's better. Okay. So you can see that's given a pretty good coverage. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of our deep color correcting tinted moisturizer. Just a little bit, you don't need much. And I'm just using the lid. Okay. And then I'm going to take my, there it is, my contour brush. And I'm just going to add a tiny little bit. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit up here, just to help darken around a little bit. Just a little bit, I don't need too much. Bottom lip just a tad, just to make it pop. Okay. Okay, now wipe up any excess. I'm just going to buff it in. It'll work quickly. I don't like that for the buffing. I'll try this one for the buffing. There we go. That's better. Just helps to warm up the face. I like to apply it like this with this brush, but I don't like how it blends, so I'm just going to blend it out. The more fluffy brush. And that adds some of the warmth to my face back in. Chin looked a little bit more chiseled. Okay. A little bit more. There we go. Now if there's ever an area that you think, oh, I've gone a little bit heavy there, or you know, I need extra bits there, pop over with your blend it out more. Pop over with your foundation brush. Okay, makes it quick and easy. All right. Now the next thing I'm going to do, after I remove the hair, is mix some light and white concealer. So just like the green one. This is the white, and that's the light. Okay. I'm then just going to mix it on my palette. I don't need a lot. These tubes last a long time because you don't really, concealers are so pigmented, you don't really need a lot, so. Okay. So, can you see that? That's the white and the light next to it. Okay. I'm just going to use the back of the brush. Mix them together, dot that on. I'm only dotting it because There you go, got it. Because I just want to use up the rest of the product that's on the brush. This brush is a Sigma large concealer brush. Anybody's after what that is? That is going to brighten up that area significantly. I know it looks funny. I like this brush because you can get right into the corner in really well in there. And then I like to take my foundation brush and buff that in. Chisel out that way a little bit more. I'll make sure I look like I've got cheekbones. It's also acting a bit of like a blush at the moment. I'm going to blush a little bit of blush in here, but yeah. All right, now anything else you've got left over, I don't have a lot. Pop down the center of my nose in a fan shape or Wi-Fi shape if you're, that helps. And then a little bit on the chin. The whole idea is that you lighten and brighten sort of like the triangle area, yeah, of your face. And if you want to create a dewy look, you can add pearlizer into your foundation or into the highlighter as well, if you like. It's usually where you add it on later on anyhow, so take the tip of my nose up a little bit further. It doesn't look like it's so dark. Makeup is really just creating illusions. Anything you put concealer on makes it darker and go away. So anything that you want it highlighted, you make that. So simple. Alright, so the base is done. I'm going to, I'll take some of the Candlelight and just use it on my eyes. I could have used the light and white concealer, and that would have worked perfectly well. I'm just going to use the same concealer brush, but I didn't put I didn't have enough product left over to do all of it, so, and I like Candlelight on my eyes as a base. I think it works well. But if you've got very, very dry eyes, like if your skin's very, very dry, then I would recommend using the concealers instead. If you've got very, very dry skin. Okay. So that gives me a nice little base to work with. What should I start with? Alright. So the person that I took the inspiration from uses a lot of Mocha Java. And she uses Mocha Java in the crease. For those who know who I'm talking about, it's Katie Enos. But she did more browns and she used Giddy Up on her look. I am going to use Mulberry in here and I'm using purples. So it is going to be a very, very subtle look though. Okay. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, it's not letting me zoom in. No, I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in. Okay, I'll move forward. Here we go. So hopefully you can see that. Very subtle colour. I'm going to build it up a little bit, but I'm not too much. It is going to be a very subtle eye. So this is Mulberry. If I wanted a darker colour, I can pre-mix Mulberry with something else. Maybe a little bit of garnet in there to warm it up, or I've got some limited edition like light purples and pinks that I could use, but there we go. It's very subtle. Pop some of that under my eye. is a really nice colour that you can use for a blush as well. You can use it for anything. You can also use it for a lipstick colour if you want. It just won't last as long as LipSense, of course, but you certainly can do that. Okay. So that's mulberry. Okay. This is what, I don't know, what shall I do next? No, I'll leave the mixed colour, which is the colour that I'm taking from Katie Enos that she mixed today. And this colour I'm going to use is Deep Plum. Okay, so Katie used, when she did hers this morning, Katie used Mocha Java Rustic Brown, and then this colour that I'm about to mix up, I'm using Mulberry Deep Plum instead, only because I want to, I know what I'm doing, a very bold lip with purples and pinks, well, really purples, like a pinky purple, so I wanted to keep the pinks and the purples together. But I will try her Mocha Java because I am keen to see how that goes, although she's a fair bit lighter than I am, so it may not do. So I've just darkened a little bit in the corners, not a huge amount. I'll do a little bit more. Deep Plum is a slightly thinner consistency to some of others, so it is very good just to layer, let it dry in between and layer. It's the best way to get the colour, the strength of the colour. So it is a very, as you can see, it's a very subtle colour, but if I wanted to make it very, very strong and intense, I can certainly do that. Okay. I don't want too much down the bottom, just a tiny bit. Give me a second. There we go. So I have Candlelight on my all over the base. I have Mulberry in the crease, on just above the crease, and then I have Deep Plum in the outer corners. Now, this is a colour I'm excited to mix because this is the one that she mixed and she absolutely loved, and I think it would be an awesome mix. So she's mixed Shell Glitter, which is this beautiful pinky glittery colour, and Sandstone Pearl Glitter. See that? So you could also mix it with Sandstone Pearl Shimmer as well. I think that would look really nice, but I'm pretty sure she used the Sandstone Pearl Glitter. Pretty sure. Okay. For those who haven't seen Shell Glitter, I'm about to show you. It is gorgeous. How much of it do I have left? I've got a few left. It's I don't think you can. Oh, you can't buy it in the States anymore. I'm not sure if you can still buy it in Australia. So that's the Shell Glitter. Pop some on my hand so you can see it. Might be easier. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful colour. Beautiful. Okay, this is the other colour I'm going to mix it with. Sandstone Pearl Glitter. Okay. It's hard to get all that out at the moment. There we go. Feels like I might have got some more. Alright. I'm just going to mix those two together. mixing that on my palette. If I've mixed enough. We'll see. And I'm just going to pop that. Ooh, very pretty. I'm just going to pat it on at the moment. I don't know how much I have, so I can come back if I've got more. Very, very subtle colour. Very, very subtle. But very pretty. Can you see that glitter come out? Very, very, very pretty. I suppose I'm doing a partial cut crease, really. It's just the colours are so subtle that you can't really see them. Like it mixes just because of the colouring. Now, can you see that? Hopefully you can see the beautiful colourings in that. So at least it's sparkle when I open my eyes, which is great. Alright. So that's it. Oh. If it was nighttime, I would certainly darken. I would darken in here on the crease, and I would certainly darken the outer corners. But considering this is a daytime look, I'm not going to. I want to, but I'm not going to. Now, I was going to do chocolate cherry blush, but what I think I might do is I might use mulberry, and I'll show you how versatile it can be. So I'm just taking it off the wand. Okay, a little bit off the end up here. Okay. And then I'm just going to pop it on. It's a very subtle colour. Very, very subtle colour. I don't know how much you can see that in the... There we go. Can you see that? That's just mulberry there. Okay. Very subtle. I don't have to worry about it, you know, being overpowering or anything else like that, because it's not going to be. Multiple uses. Always a good thing. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to do my brows. Oh, before I forget. I'm going to take my mascaras and I'm going to sit on them. For my brows, I like to use rustic brown. Okay, it is another shadow. It is a dark shadow. And the reason that I like to do that is because it's a colour that works very, very well for my brow colour. It doesn't last quite as long as the ShadowSense, which I also do like to do. I love to do the ShadowSense in the missing parts of the hair, but this is just quicker and easier. So when I'm having a day where I need to just go quick and simple and easy, then this is it. I'm thickening my brows a little bit as I'm going along. Especially at the top. So it's quick, simple, easy, and then I just take the spoolie on the other side and just brush the hair through. Okay. And if I need to touch up anywhere, usually I need to touch up here, just purely because my darken it. this colour. Either start at the top or I start at the bottom underneath. We're usually about 3/4 of the way in. Oop. Okay. So what happens sometimes when you get too much product on the side of it, I like to just get it on the, you know, on the tip. Kind of just there. Okay. Make sure they look roughly even. Now, for anybody who's quite astute out there, you'll notice that my eyebrows are very significantly different. This one goes up and down and ends here, and then this one ends up here. So I didn't have a great run with one of the eyebrow places I went to, and they took too much off. So now I am in the process of trying to grow it back. So I do have to fill in a little bit more and bring it down further, down here, just to try and match it up a little bit more. And I do have to try and make this one a little bit higher up. They should be sisters, not twins, but they kind of got to look like they belong in the same family, you know what I mean? So everybody's different, and nobody's brows are usually, well, I mean, there might be the odd occasional person, but 100% perfect and 100% the same. If you are born like that, you are blessed. That's for sure. All right, so brows done. Okay, what I'll do is grab some of our highlighter, which is I use the anti-aging, but it's pearlizer. You only need a tiny little amount. Okay, and I'm going to use a flat brush and pencil brush. Okay, now the reason I'm going to use a pencil brush is because I want to put a little bit in the corner of my eyes in here to open that up. I could use Snow, which is another, it's a white ShadowSense, but I do like using pearlizer. Okay. Put a little bit under my brow. Can you see that? It's catching the light? Yeah. Now I know this is a daytime look, but I like my bling. I really do. I do like my bling. So one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab the fluffy brush that I used for leveling out my contour, and I'm just going to grab the rest of that, put it down my nose, Cupid's bow, and the top of my cheeks. Helps give you the useful glow, I suppose. And I'm not useful. Well, not anymore. What am I now? Wow. Getting up there. What are we? 2019. Double digits. Same number. That's all I'm going to put it at. You guys can guess. Alright. So, eyes done. Tick. Brows done. Tick. contour, highlight done, tick. Blush done, tick. Do I do winged eyeliner? No, I am going to do, I'll tell you what I will do. I'm going to take some black brown pencil and I'm just going to do my waterline. I can and I could if I wanted to line my, like, you know, do a winged eyeliner, but as this is more of a daytime look, I'm not going to. Okay, so I've just lined, did a tight line on the eyes. Tiny little bit just in the corner. Just gonna get that pencil brush. Smudge it out a little bit. A little bit up there. I did. Okay. Alright. I'm going to curl my eyes. And then I'm going to do the outline of my lips. Then I'll do a coat of the, you know what, I'll do a coat of the primer first, then outline my lips. Okay. So this is not a torture device, although it may look like it. It is a eyelash curler. Because I have the world's straightest eyelashes. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to use the 3-in-1 lash primer. Okay. Now this is going to look funny because it will make my lashes look white. Well, white, maybe not white, but maybe cream. So it does look funny initially, but it makes a huge difference. Okay. So, you guys can see that. This product has or all of our mascaras have a product in it called Copixel. And Copixel helps to strengthen and grow your lashes. It's like 46.6% faster in a month than without it. So not only does it condition your eyelashes like a conditioner does for your hair, and stops them from breaking and being brittle, but as I said, it also helps, it has Copixel in it and also helps to strengthen and lengthen your lashes. So it's, why wouldn't you? It's amazing. Right, I'm just gonna, feels like I've got a little bit of a clump just there. There we go. That's better. Right, now I like to wait for this to dry, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to use, well, I'm going to use 2 LipSense colours, but that's not unusual for me. But I am going to use Berry. Now, Berry is a lip liner colour. Okay, and then I'm going to fill it in with Purple Rain, which is a very, very bright colour. Okay. Okay. So, LinerSense is the same product formula as LipSense. It needs to be put on clean and dry lips. Okay. Make sure your lips are clean and dry and free from any product, especially like foundation or anything else like that. You always need to shake up your LinerSense. Okay. It comes in a little, I don't know if you can see that, a little one, kind of like the liquid eyeliner wands do. Okay. And it's applied the same as the LipSense. Okay, so It dries about as quickly as the LipSense does as well, so you've got to work fairly quickly with it. I definitely think having a steady hand helps. So. Okay. I'll try this way. That's easier. Okay. And I haven't used LinerSense very often, so I'm learning as I'm doing this video. Okay, now I'm just going to put a little bit more on the insides because I'm going to do an ombré effect. So I'm kind of ombreing, having a darker liner, and then another colour actually on the lip. So I just want to add a bit more colour and dimension. And if there's a colour that you like that's no longer available in LipSense per se, but is a liner colour, like this colour's berry, then you can always auto liner and then tip some out onto a palette and use a applicator. This will also, these little brushes will also work if you're doing some fine work on your lips, like stars or stripes or shamrocks. Okay, so that is very LinerSense. Okay, wait for that to dry. And whilst that's drying, I might take, I'm using waterproof today. I was going to use one of each, but I'm just going to chuck waterproof on. Wait till you see the difference. Okay. Now remember, all I've done is curled my lashes, put one coat of primer on, and look at the difference. That's just one coat of mascara. Oh, it's already up here. That tells you how high up I got. Okay, and then have a look how ridiculously long my bottom lashes are, and I did not put primer on those. Okay. Now the trick to getting the most growth out of our 3-in-1 primer, which also acts as a lash serum as well, whoops, is to get it so down at the base of your lashes. Okay. I do have it up on my, up here, and I will get that off in a minute. Wait, it's best to wait for that to dry. So can you see the difference? That's one coat. I'll put a second coat on in a minute, but I'll wait for a couple of seconds. Now, what I'm going to do, do I have any foundation left? Almost done. This is because it's me. Otherwise, I would not be doing this. Okay, see? Proof. Alright. Now I'm going to wait for my lashes to dry. And they are, like, it's flexible. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see? Am I able to do that? light eyelashes. So this is a flexible mascara. It's not one that is gonna like make them so crinkly and crusty and ugh. Okay, so this is Berry. Okay, and I'm going to fill it with Purple Rain. Right, now this is a bright colour and it won't be for everybody's taste, but that's fine because I'm wearing it. Okay. Can you see the ombre effect it's giving? Alright, let that first coat dry. Okay. Don't need that much. Just taking a little bit off the edge. Okay, second coat. How much of a difference has that made? Seriously. It looks like I've got false eyelashes on, but I don't. It's just how amazing mascara is. Alright, second layer of LipSense. It's sticky until you put the gloss on, so that's why. Oh, off the lip. Second coat. And the good thing is that if I decide I want it a little bit more dark, you know, in the corners, I can always add that back in. It's not a problem, okay? What do you think? The third layer of Purple Rain. Purple Rain is definitely a pinky purple. I won't say it's a purple because okay, so we've got, I think it's kind of sits in the middle, to be honest. Ooh, I'll show you. Shaking Liz up. Okay, so we have Be Mine. Let me check that properly. Right, so Be Mine, Purple Rain. This is the new metallic plum that was sold out worldwide. They've actually brought it back for a little limited time. And this one's Violet Volt, so that's very purple. If you put Violet Volt and Purple Rain together, that looks pink. But if you put Purple Rain and Be Mine together, okay, it has more of a purple tone. And if you put Metallic Plum and Purple Rain together, it doesn't look so purple. So I would call it a purpley pink. Personally, that is what how I see it. Alright, I'm just going to slightly darken the outside. Not much, just a little bit. I like to darken the corners because it means that the lightness is concentrated on the top lip and the bottom lip. And it makes you look like your lips are bigger. Alright, now what gloss am I going to put on? I might put... Oh, not that one. Where's the other one? I've got a gloss in mind. That one. What about pink glitter gloss? Have you guys seen this? So when our glosses are stored, you'll see a lot of the pigments come to the top. It's glossy down the bottom. So all you need to do is just pump it a few times. Okay. And you'll see that. See that mixing through? Mixing through. Yep. Okay. Yeah. It's pink. We've got silver glitter gloss. We've got gold glitter gloss. We've got the pink glitter gloss. I just had to double check this one was pink. It is. Alright. I'm just mixing it around. That is definitely done. Alright. Now. Can you see? It's slightly turned into more of a nighttime look, but can you see all that pink glitter? It's gorgeous, isn't it? So that's our pink glitter gloss. Is it as hydrating as our glossy? It's like a glossy base with just like little pink bits of glitter in it. So that's today's look. As I said, slightly lighter eye than I would normally do, but a bold lip. What do you think? See you guys. Bye.